Hello, welcome to episode 1 of Geneforge. This is a game by Spiderweb Software. It's a bit of an older game running in very low resolution and got some unique challenges on new computers. But thankfully it's still runs fine, and there's a rework or remaster of the game, which is Geneforge 1 Mutagen, which I recommend checking out. It's got some upgrades to it, and we'll probably do a follow-up playthrough of the game later, playing through the rework version. But for now, I wanted to play the original version, so uh, we can compare it to the other version later, and B, just because I like it's the one I have right now. So let's get started. We're going to do our character creation first. We have the options of a shaper, a guardian, or an agent. Basic differences is a shaper focuses on using creations supported by magic in battle. A guardian focuses on using his physical combat skills supported by shaping in battle. And an agent uses magic skills supported by physical combat in battle. Very low reliance on shaping. And notice the the skill point cost to level up shaping skills for an agent is very high, whereas the cost to level up the magic skills is low. And same for the guardian character, the combat skill level up cost is low, whereas the magic level up cost is high. And then the shaper has the lowest shaping level up cost and the highest level up cost for combat skills. We're going to be playing through as a shaper class. I'm going to pick this green color. I'll just name him. Need a random name generator in here. That'd be a nice. I wonder if they put that into the new one. It'd be a nice quality of life. Batting out names, we'll just go with Darian. Sure, why not? Alright. So, we've got 15 skill points we could use now, or we can just hold off and use them later. I don't think you'll typically need them right away, but I do know, so a couple of things about this game is leadership and mechanics. Those two general skills will get you very far. Leadership gives you better dialogue options in your conversations, and sometimes you can convince people to not fight you. And the mechanics lets you sneak around, get past locks, open locked doors, get more equipment that was hidden in locked containers, and use the lock picks in the game a little better. So we just go ahead, throw a couple points in there for now, and get one more. We'll save our other skill points for the time being. Yeah, so we'll get higher leadership and mechanics for now. And let's start. Alright. The Shapers are the oldest, most respected, most secretive, and most powerful of the magical sex. The Shapers have the power to magically create life. The Shapers can make new life forms from nothing but raw materials and pure magic. They can mold this life to serve their purpose, be it light housework or major warfare. The Shapers guard the secrets of their powers very closely. To learn their techniques without permission is to court a speedy death at the hands of a guardian in the day or an agent in the night. After years of work, study, and testing, you have finally been accepted into the Shapers. You will spend your life advancing their will and delving into their secrets and powers. However, none of those secrets have been shared with you yet. First, you must complete your apprenticeship. You must spend 5 years out in a Shaper colony on a remote island watching their work and aiding their research. Basically, you have to pay your dues to get into the club. There we go. After a brief welcoming ceremony and a last night's celebration, you don your traditional garments and board your craft to the remote island. Your craft being a creation. The journey is 2 weeks long. You travel on a living craft, a specially modified drake, which will carry you through rough seas to your destination. After a week's journey, you pass close to a small chain of islands. You consult your chart and find that one of them is named Sushia Island. It is marked on your chart as barred. Shapers declare places barred for a variety of reasons: experiments gone wrong, dangerous accidents, valuable secrets. Whatever the reason, any outsider in a barred place is punishable with instant death. Curious, you stand at the edge of your craft, carefully watching Sushi Island, wondering what secrets lie there. As you watch, you fail to notice the sailing ship dead ahead of you off the southeast coast of the island. Alright, so they're probably not friendly. Sort of some foreshadowing. Oh yeah. Your craft cries out an alarm, alerting you to the danger. It is a strange ship of a style you have never seen before. That is why you don't recognize the weapon on its prow. It fires a long spear at your craft. The razor-sharp bolt strikes your drake in the neck. It roars in anger and breathes a bolt of fire at your attacker. Strikes the sails, which sets them alight. The battle takes only seconds. Your living craft founders, mortally wounded, dropping you into the water. Your goods and tools sink into the depths. You attempt to swim to the surface. You barely notice that the ship which attacked you is aflame and having extreme difficulty. Your whole being is consumed with the struggle to reach the shore. Your strength is not enough. You start to sink, but with one last effort, your living craft assists you. Bleeding from its neck, rapidly dying, it manages to lift you with its head and carry you to a crumbling dock. Then it dies. It sinks away. You are left alone, abandoned, on this forbidden shore. You are alone on Susia Island. There we go. It's really struggling to have allow the mouse to move during those story sort of shots with reading. Alright, welcome to Geneforge. These early sections are a tutorial which will help you get started. Select your character by clicking on it. Click on a spot on the ground to walk there. Yeah, so this is one of the interesting things about this game is it's designed for single mouse button clicks because it's designed to work on PC and Mac. Back when Mac only had a single click button mouse. You stagger off the dock, weakened to the point of collapse by your desperate swim here. After a few minutes, you manage to regain enough of your senses to look around. You're on the south coast of the island you saw before your craft was slain. However, apart from the fact that this isle was declared barred by your people, you know nothing about it. The structures around you are ruined and crumbling. You would guess that they have been abandoned for at least a century, probably two. Islands are generally barred because of a failed experiment and the presence of horrible rogue creatures. Fortunately, except for the lapping of the waves on the base of the dock, all is quiet. If you are going to be devoured, it won't be soon. However, you are still stranded here and desperately weak as well. Fortunately, the beach stretches off to the east. Maybe there is something useful there. You'll notice here in the corner you've got your compass, and north is actually up to the right instead of directly up, and west is that way, which makes this east and this south. So as it gives you directions, it was telling you you can go east. So let's select our character. Get comfortable with moving your character by heading down and to the right. You can also select your character by drawing a box around it. Move the cursor onto the terrain, hold the mouse button down, and move the cursor to make the selection box down. So we're going to go check, see what's in these spots. Just some trash. Nothing in there. And nothing in there. You can also press the G key to look for items on the ground nearby. We are going to see if there are some settings. Yeah, sound is already quiet. To be normal, ask it start, background sound. I think we're going to turn this off. I have the sound be quiet. Scrolling speed's normal, mouse speed. Normal. I think that's fine. Oh, let's slowed our mouse down a bit. But it does turn all the bird chirping off, which I think we want. Let me see if I can Let's try fast for mouse speed. Nope, we gotta go back to normal. Alright, so there we go. We've got the background sounds off. Let's go ahead and move down the beach here. No items. Let's see what we can find. Currently walking in the east. Alright, so here's something we can do. So we can pick up a stick. And you can give it to your character. And now he's holding, his character looks like he's holding a sword, but he's holding a stick. So this has a 1 to 6 melee damage. Will your right hand used to damage your foes. We're going to be... Oh. There's a tunnel to the north, built into the side of the hill. Your guess is that it is a storeroom or warehouse. Usually, one is placed near the docks of a settlement. After all these years, most of the goods inside are probably useless. You might be able to scavenge something useful, though. So we've got a little storeroom here. A little sort of symbol there. Oh, hey, look. There's a tunic on the ground. We can take it and put it on our character. So this has, I'm right-clicking the shirt, by the way, and the items to get this little ability screen. This piece of chest armor provides solid protection from enemy blows, but may slow you down. So this armor +1. This is just a shirt, doesn't give you any speed penalties. But it does give you some armor. There's some trash, basket. This one, some items will have some value, which you'll see when you pick them up or look at them. Alright, so we've got some bones, we've got some javelins, and we've got a bowl and a spoon. Not really useful items for us. Some doors, like this style door here, will open automatically if you stand next to it. It's almost like, alright. Inside this small chamber, you find several cylindrical containers. They look like canisters, each a little over a foot high. The sides are made of thick, carefully blown glass. Most of them have been broken, and the contents are long lost. One of them, however, is still intact. Inside, you see a glowing fluid. It swirls and moves about, seemingly under its own power. It looks like it is, in its own way, alive. It probably is. You've never seen anything exactly like this before, but you have seen similar objects. Shapers can contain fluids filled with life energy, which heal or energize those in need. This must be something like that. There's a small section of fragile glass at the top. If you break it with the palm of your hand, the substance will come forth and energize you. In your weakened state, it seems hard to resist. Alright, so we've got this magic container here. Each of this time begin to act upon you, you feel yourself changing. Darian increases Firebolt by 1. Alright, so now we have Firebolt skill of 1. There's an office to the west. The shelves on the wall have nothing on them but dust. The box in the corner, however, might contain something useful. Alright. If there's money on the ground and you press the G key to search the ground, you will automatically pick it up. So we have a cloak. This is a different layer of armor. This is a cloak or robes worn over your armor, provides extra protection. So basically you have 2 levels of armor on your body, and you can also have boots, a belt. I don't remember if you can have like a helmet or not. Alright, so let's go look in here. The box contains a variety of papers. You rifle through them eagerly, hoping for a clue as to where you are or what might have caused this island to be barred. It's no use. The papers crumble at your touch. Beneath the papers, though, you find something interesting. It's a brass key, none the worse for wear for its long concealment. You take it. Alright, so now we have the ruined docks key, and we have thoroughly explored this area. You can see down here on the minimap, it shows you sort of there's no outlets to those walls. All the doors you've entered in this area have been through. So we can now come out here. And there's another stick on the ground. Hopefully you got the tunic in the storeroom to the north. To wear it, click on it in your inventory to pick it up, then move it on the large portion. Yeah, so we've already done that. Right, you stumble a bit. You feel a bit woozy. It's not caused by hunger, though, but by the effects of the strange substance in that canister. The stuff didn't heal or revive you like you expected. It changed you. It's like it soaked into your skin and rewrote some of your very being, making you stronger. You take a minute to experiment. You extend your fingers and focus. Tiny trails of flame come out of them. You can work magic you weren't able to before. Your training would not have reached that point for years. It is exhilarating and at the same time terrifying. This is completely unknown magic, alien to you. It seems like it was made by your people, but you had no idea that they could do something so wonderful. You feel deep within yourself an eagerness to find more of the canisters and see what they can do. Canisters are your main way to gain new abilities while on the Isle. If you have at least one level of battle magic skill, you can now cast Firebolt. Alright, so we do have a level of battle magic skill. Normally there is a magical ability thing there that might only show up in combat. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've played this game. There's some rocks in this one. Oh, healing pod. So that's basically a health potion. Let's come check out what's over here. Got a little area in the back. Nothing, just kind of a dead end. Oh, some thorns. These are ammunition for these batons. Basically, the game's version of a bow and arrow, crossbow, or pistol. Alright, that's everything over there. Door to the north is locked. The lever inside the guard post will open it, but only if you can find the key. Levers can be unlocked with the right key, by having enough mechanic skill, or by using enough living tools on them. Alright, so we can come in here to the little guard post. We can pick up this dagger. Now we can throw that stick on the ground and put the dagger on because it actually does damage, 2 to 14. Alright, so we've got another tunic. We also have a wooden shield. So we've got dagger, shield, armor plus 5. Now you'll notice it has the weight too. So you have 8 pounds for the shield, 4 pounds for the dagger, 2 pounds for the shirt, and 2 pounds for the cloak. So if you come in here, notice these are all our abilities. Does it not show? Okay, that's the wrong one. So proof statistics. So we're carrying 22 pounds, and we can carry a total of 73 pounds, which we can improve from our strength. If you are carrying more than 73 pounds, you become encumbered, which makes it very difficult to act in battle. Basically, you never want to become encumbered if you're going to enter a fight. Also, it shows us how much money we have, all that stuff, and we could level up our skills. We're not going to do that just yet because we don't need to. Alright, so we can come over here, pull the lever because we have the ruined docks key. And now we can enter the next area. Let's check out this little storeroom. This was probably the barracks for some guardians or agents. There isn't much left and the beds are ruined. It's starting to look like whoever was here left very quickly. A bunch of stuff was left behind. Oh, that's good for us, as we are on a mission to loot everything they've got. It's just tunic, it's a dagger, and some javelins. We'll take, I can't remember if the daggers are worth anything, because there'll be people to sell stuff to later. Just gotta be careful picking up too much stuff, because we don't want to... It said something about hitting the tab key. Oh, right. So that sort of shows you stuff about the menu. I think there's also a key that shows you stuff on the ground, maybe. Highlight stuff on the ground. I may have missed that little tooltip. Tooltips are kind of quiet. Alright. We have another healing pod. Alright, okay. Yeah, small object used might do something. Contains formulated mildly enchanted shaper-made goo. This is sort of like a quick use item, I think, in this version of the UI. There's different versions of the UI in the different parts of the game. I'll go this way first. Might have to go back the other way. Just make sure all the corners. I like how it has line of sight based on where you walk. Alright, you immediately recognize where you are now. It was an inn, where visitors and travelers could stop for steaks, drinks, and sleep. The crumbling roasting pit still dominates the center of the room. You're getting confused. Why is there so much here? Most islands are barred because of an experiment's gone awry. And most such experiments are performed by very small groups, in crude quarters far from society. Yet you've seen warehouses, guard posts, and now an inn. At one point, a lot of shapers lived here. Now they're all gone. Why? What could have driven so many people off? And what took their place? Okay, so basically there's probably something very dangerous. What's this do? Oh. Alright, let's hope we don't kill ourselves. Alright, so we've got a belt and a robe. So this is 5 pounds. It's better armor. So if we put it on here, that replaces our cloak, which only had 1 armor and was 2 pounds. That's 5 pounds, 3 armor. And then we can take the belt and put that on. Gives us another 2 armor. So now we're carrying 40 pounds. Probably may have to start dropping things soon. We may end up dropping the javelins just because we're probably never going to use them. And they can get pretty heavy. But our armor's at 11. Let's come down here. Check out this room. Alright. Hopefully there's something good in one of these pots. Oh, 2 healing pods. We're well on our way to just have a nice healing potion stockpile. Anything in here? Just a spoon and some trash. Okay, we could have gone around the end. That's all it was. Alright, looking to the north, you can see that you are not alone on this island. Though you are worried about horrible creatures and mutations, the first life you encounter is nowhere near so terrifying. It is a flock of orcs. The orc is a shaper creation. It's a slow, clumsy, livestock animal, hardy and laden with meat. Shapers created them to stock areas unfriendly to non-created animals, such as apparently this one. You notice that these orcs have large tusks, probably added by the shapers to protect them from predators. Fortunately, they are likely to leave you alone if you leave them alone. Basically, they're wild boar. But, wild pigs aren't as fantasy and interesting as special shaped things. We have a gemstone that is very valuable. Is there a way to see how much value these things have? I can't remember. I have a feeling there was, but maybe I'm just misremembering. Alright. So the shaded area to the north is the zone barrier. When you walk onto it, you will leave the area and be able to choose where you would like to go next. Before we do that, we're going to come check out the remainder of this map. We still have some unexplored areas. Bunch of cows. Yeah, so you could just leave there, but then you'll miss out on this handy dandy little hidden room over here. Get some more thorns. If your mechanic skill is 3 or higher, you can unlock the lever. So if we do we have 3 iron? Yes, we already upgraded our mechanic skill to 3. That was a happy accident because I did not remember that this had that kind of mechanic skill thing, but you can always come back to areas if you've got a thing that's too high for you and take care of it then. So now we've got these icy crystals and these thorns, so we're just going to pick up everything. Icy crystals are small as it can be used, might do something useful. It contains a single powerful magical charge. Thrown at an enemy, it will turn a dangerous and damaging bolt of energy. Yeah, so this does 7 to 35 damage of Ice Lance energy. And then there's just, so they had all the valuable stuff lying out on the floor and some trash in the box. Very interesting storage mechanism from whoever was staying there. Alright. Anything over here? Okay. That's all there. Alright, we have explored the entirety of the beginning section, and this is where we will pick up next time. Thank you for watching.